They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw, Kaepernick. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Kaepernick. Up the screen, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Hey, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. This is Gordon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now to the air, Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of this. And a loose football!
But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick.
A throw to the flat here for McKissick.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Kaepernick to throw again. Open man is Samuel, complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Gibson.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sly on for the extra point.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. But he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
To throw again on second down. Lock. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Lock. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
On first down, Kaepernick. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On second down, here's Gibson again. Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Block off of play action. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2nd and 20. Play action. Now it's Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! K.J. Hamler. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Gibson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. This one left side caught by Gibson. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
61 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Once more, Gibson.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
A run here for J.D. McKissick.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Kaepernick. Dancing to his left.
And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, Locke. He'll buy some time right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Kaepernick going to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he finds McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Out to the right to Humphries. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and 2.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Here's McKissick. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Kaepernick. He gets it to Humphries. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Kaepernick to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw, Kaepernick. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now Kaepernick.
And yet again, it's McLaurin.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play.
They'll try to run it with Gibson.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Lock to throw.
Trying to lay one up deep. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
that?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. He's back to throw.
Got McKisson, and he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.